All right, let's see what's up with this nigga.
I hate Asian. I hate Asian. I hate Johnny Dang. I don't eat Chinese food. Only time I ever wanted some Chinese food was at a bathhouse. Some Chinese slave. I wouldn't dare. Yeah. I hate Chinese people. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about China, man. I hate Chinese people. I think Chinese stores should be robbed. I think Chinese women should be brutally by big, well-hung black men.
You know, for a community activist, the fact that you're encouraging people of your community to commit wrongful and illegal acts on another community, harmful, very violent and harmful acts on another community is crazy. And then you preach that you want your community to be better. This nigga is a hypocrite. Like some of the shit, he's like some of the shit, it's like Kanye. Some of the shit he says is cool. Like he'll get his points in, and people are like, okay, that's facts. And he'll say something that might divide people, but still some people agree with him. And then he'll say one thing that everybody just like, oh yeah, nigga, you wild, and then stop like agreeing. Like this nigga has been on a roll lately. The fact that you're supposed to be, like I said, an activist for a community, and you sit here and encourage that your community do acts to basically put them in jail and keep the cycle and the shit that you're bitching about going on. Oh, black man in jail, But the same, he's an honest dude, so you know, I'm saying, look, the fact that you want your community to do better, quote unquote, but then you're encouraging them to R-word Chinese women and target them, so that's a hate crime too. So you basically want your community and race, or quote unquote race, to be hateful and spiteful towards another one and do heinous acts such as that. That is crazy. We love hypocrites.
All right, shall I get one?
Like I said, if he didn't stand for or if he didn't quote unquote stand for what he believes in or whatever, or tries to, it would be cool. But like the fact, like this is weird. Like now I can't take this nigga serious to any degree anymore. Like, yeah, that's cool. There's information to extract. You know, he is truthful and there's some shit, but like for the most part though, this nigga's a clown now. Like 100%. A clown can speak facts too from time to time. You know, you can still listen, like, oh, okay, cool. But at the same, yeah, but fuck that.
That hate Chinese women. China Mac. I think Chinese babies should be nigga.
And then he says, like, first of all, if you are word a baby, nigga, you are mentally ill. And honestly, whatever happens to you, period, still isn't just. Like whatever punishment you get for that shit, because I've never heard some crazy shit like that. But some people probably do it. But whether you get beat up, I don't think anything that's not.
Uses alligator bait.
He said it uses alligator bait. That's fucking wild. Like I said, a community active is so hateful on another community that does absolutely nothing to him. Like if it's like a community that's harmful, like let's say the gang community and all that, and you're like, oh yeah, like when he said death to all GD, okay, cool, nigga. Niggas can't control that they're in the Chinese community, nigga. They're Chinese. It's like I can't control that I'm in the black community, nigga. I'm black. They don't get to choose, nigga, just like we don't get to choose. So the fact that you're doing it and then Asians get, man, and then you just proving them right with the Asian hate shit too. That's pathetic though. That's a new level of low. Me personally, I could never.
I think Chinese babies should be and sodomized and used as alligator bait.
So I looked into this guy. I've actually watched like 2-3 interviews after seeing some of this stuff. I'm like, what am I watching? And surprisingly enough, on a lot of aspects, he's quite insightful and he's well read. And watching some of that.
See, that's what I'm saying. He's an insightful nigga. He just says really stupid. But like I said, now he's at the point it seems, because he wasn't there before, but he's definitely there now, where he's just saying really ignorant shit.
I guess the analogy,
and he means it too. It's not to get a rise or social media. He means that shit thoroughly.
Or whatever. Even when you take into that whole context, this is some wild shit they say on the internet about any group. And I notice black folks will defend this kind of stuff.
And if you're a black person or any person and you defend this shit, you're a disgusting human being too, by the way. I don't even want to hear there's no justification for supporting the death of any sort of baby. Like babies, no matter what race or anything, they could be bred to be bad people, because you know there's other countries they might bred to hate Americans and all that other shit. Okay, but when you were born, you were completely innocent regardless of race or anything like that. You know nothing. Literally, you're just a sponge you're impressionable. You're a sponge that needs to be molded, whatever, and you can be molded in the right way, wrong way, based on your environment, how people raise you. It's different shit, different factors. But everybody can agree that babies are literally innocent. They are literally the definition of innocence. So the fact that you're wishing death on any baby of any race is fucking crazy to me.
What do I think? I mean, what is there to really think about something like this? This man's talking about sodomizing children. It's on camera. Oh, it's a troll. It's a troll. Listen, y'all can't do this whole like I'm a comedian thing when there's like no punchline. Where's the fucking setup? Can anyone tell me?
And even if it is a joke, it's a tasteless, shitty joke. That's the thing. Just because, even if it is intended to be a joke, niggas got to understand that some jokes are fucking terrible and there's real life consequences behind shit like that. But I'm just saying, like, just because it is a joke, whether it's intended to be or not, doesn't mean it's okay to say. Like, that's not, like I said, there's no punchline. That's just dark in the part. Like, if you would have made a punchline, it's not like, okay, yeah. But even then, that's just a tasteless ass comment. Joke if it is one. The fuck? That's not trolling, nigga. You have a mental problem. When you get troll my ass, nigga. If you get to the point in life where you think children need to be R-worded, I don't know what the fuck. Like, what do you want? What do you want me to say about that? That's fucking what? What's wrong with you? Even if anybody gets to that point in life, nigga, you have a problem with it.
Sure it is. It's hard for me to say it's a character when you come to find out that motherfucker's done some similar shit behind closed doors. That's the problem. That's the problem. When he admits to certain crimes, sometimes he's being serious and other times it's just a joke. It's like, what am I listening to?
You can't be that nigga Charleston White is serious like 99.9% of the time. I don't think anything he says is a joke. Just about, like, I think he said he R-words women or in some sort of content. I don't know the full content, so I'm not going to fully speak on that. I had to go watch the video, which I don't feel like watching, or indulging in ignorance a lot of the times, like pure ignorance, to the like harmful ignorance at that, and like, you know, shit like that. So yeah, but
joke all the time.
Oh, that's what rappers try to do. Yeah. Oh, it's art. It's art. Meanwhile, you snitch on who the body was, when you did it, where you did it, and the police find it. Why would they think it's a joke? You get me?
That's self-snitching again.
Beyond even just it's self-snitching, it's like we need to stop pretending like something.
And he talks shit about self-snitching and that's what I'm saying. Hypocrisy. Look up the nobody. And then this nigga talks about self-snitching and preaches this, and that. But now, oh, I mean, he's literally he's doing the same shit. If what he's saying is true, which, let's be honest, let's say he is lying half time. Some of this shit is true. Let's say like 50%, but I'd say 99.9. That nigga he is not right in the head.
These people who just take a second, irrespective of whatever history there is or whatever, think about grown men today wishing on children.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. It's just when you like, there's a certain element of like self-preservation and wanting to defend, but I understand. You're talking about sodomizing children.
It's like, what are you trying to say in that joke? Like, when you do a joke, there's an actual process of doing a joke. It's not just saying stuff and wild stuff in order to have a reaction.
No.
That's not what a joke is. There is a process. There's a way to do a joke. There is a recipe to do that joke. Okay? Setup, premise, punch. There's some keyword. There's no setup, there's no premise, there's no punch. You're just saying sentences.
Yep.
There's a difference between saying sentences and doing actual comedy. A lot of people out there, it's not everybody.
That's the thing too. I don't think Charleston White is a comedian at all. I just think people find him funny, and there's a difference. Everybody, I feel like people on social media that make funny skits and all that, like I always thought it was weird. And some comedian or some comedians call that shit out too. I find it weird how they're all just somehow comedians, but they never do stand-up or never have done stand-up. And granted, there's different types of comedians, but niggas from day one is like, oh yeah, I'm a comedian, I make skits. Just say you make skits on the internet, or you're a take to YouTube, or you're a content creator. It sounds better than you saying you're a comedian because you make funny videos, okay? I mean, I guess that's a type of comedian. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a comedian. I gotta look. Maybe I could look it up. What is an internet comedian? Maybe that is a thing. So I guess, so there's internet comedians, okay. But even then, I don't know, say that, but when you say comedian in general, I mean, it makes it seem like you do shit. I mean, some of them do expand beyond that and do all the shit like that, but a lot of these niggas don't even do stand-up or never have done an open mic, anything in their life. They're a comedian. But I guess I guess the word is subjective, so I'm not even gonna say that. You can, I guess if you want to be, you can be. But I feel like there's better titles, but do what you want. If that's what you're inspiring to be, then I guess you're a comedian too. I don't know. Like I said, there's probably levels to the shit I don't understand. I'm not in comedy, so I'm not gonna, like I said, over speak on it. I'm just gonna give my opinion. Like, take my opinion with a grain of salt. It's coming from like a first glance, not like a in-depth research. Oh, I'm looking at, because I don't have time for that shit. Okay.
Make people laugh that are comedians. Okay? Some of y'all are clowns. And I don't even know what the hell that is that's gonna make you laugh about this. There's no setup, there's no premise.
And that's another thing too. The nigga saying it's just a joke. What, did you find it funny?
There's no punch.
Did you laugh? Did you find it funny? Because even if the shit's not funny, I can acknowledge how, oh yeah, it's a joke. It's a good joke. I just don't laugh at everything.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke.
It's a character.
It's a prank. It's a character.
You such yourself if you think that shit is funny.
You're being that. All that was said because he hates one dude that happens to be of Asian descent. Okay.
Oh, and if that's the case too, then so okay, let's say he's not serious, then just come at that nigga. Don't sit here and come at his whole race. If you're gonna come at his whole race, don't do it in that regard where you're talking about the fucking children. Cause that's what nigga, I'd be offended as shit if I was Asian. That nigga, look, they're gonna have all Asians are gonna have a worldwide sign. Charleston white is not welcome here. They're just gonna have Asian neighborhoods, communities, all the Asian people. Panda Express. I need y'all to print out a poster of Charleston white, put his name on a list, and ban that nigga from all establishment.
Whenever you want to go at somebody, but you're gonna go into foul shit like that has nothing to do with what the hell.
Like, a lot of people are caping and like defending this dude or whatever he says.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they had a lot to say about just Pearly things and like the minimal stuff that she did. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't with what she did.
No.
But it's not even comparable. If Pearl had said half as many things about black folks as this dude said about Asians, they would lose their goddamn fucking minds.
They lost their goddamn fucking minds over it.
I'm gonna stop walking on eggshells, nigga. Look, if it don't apply, let it fly. Problem with niggas, black, a lot of time, they be so pro-black that they justify or they try to defend everything. Not everybody can be saved, motherfucker. Like, damn, some people are shitty people. That's why I don't rely on race. I don't give a fuck what race you are. Are you a shitty person or not? Yes or no? If so, cool. If not, then I mean, fuck you. I'm not gonna be around you at the end of the day. But yeah, no, he be like, to me, I'm not gonna fuck with somebody because they're black. I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt in both ways, regardless of who did what. Like, if you did some shit, same thing with the situation you're talking about with the Caitlin Clark girl. Now, at first I was like, oh, that's fucked up, but also I could see people blowing out of proportion, making it a race thing. But also too, I thought other girls in the wrong off rip, did some research, found out otherwise. But also I like to give both. Before I sat here and just doubled down, I went and researched. I'm like, oh, what she did was justified. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Like I said, but yeah, black people, oh, pro-black, black people, this and that. Oh, yeah, black power. He didn't mean it. Like, fuck him. I don't give a fuck what he did. That's the problem. Y'all be seeing, trying to defend races, nigga. Defend the person for who they are and what's within their character, not for the color of their skin.
Over the nth of what he said.
Yeah, so this is the thing with me with people. It's like, you guys are willing to defend black men who do the most disgusting and say the most foul things because they're directed at other groups. Okay. Well, don't expect a lot of sympathy from people when it comes to any of your plight or any of your issues. If you just want to blindly defend each other, you're going to lose a lot of folks. You're going to get deplatformed. You're going to lose these things. And of course, like, no other group, literally nobody else of any shade, of any color, can be created on this platform and say the things he said. So if he loses, don't be like, oh my God, the system, the matrix. No, stupid, that's you.
That's the thing. That nigga got an Instagram. I think he got banned off of IG, but there's no way he has a platform after this. And that's the thing too. And then black people be talking about people coming after him too. They don't know how lenient the world is on them. Like, you know how much shit we can say? How many racial slurs we can say that aren't the N-word and shit, and we don't get in trouble for it? Not saying I've ever said them. I'm just saying, like, the C word with the Asians or all the other, you know how much shit they can say and not get caught up for it. But if any other race, but let's say specifically a white person even says like a fraction, it's a wrap for them. Like, we have so much leadway, but then again, we always like, but we try to, a lot of them, because in some sense there's oppression and all that, but a lot of people want to be oppressed so damn bad. A lot of people will never probably see it or have never seen it in their life, or never seen it to the extent where it's recognizable. So they assume same thing with the Matrix thing, like how everybody using the Matrix as the cop out and shit to some degree. It's the same thing with black people. It's like, oh, it's because the system or the black people, they like to blame everything on the system. So like, it doesn't make sense. Like, they don't like to, people don't, and I feel like this is an accountability thing. A lot of people don't like to look at what they did wrong in the situation. Even if the situation is not your fault, there's some things that we probably could have done possibly. It's still your fault to some degree. It might be 1% your fault, 0.1% your fault. It's still your fault a little, right? So with that being said, instead of people looking at that, they want to try to point the finger, nigga, instead of taking accountability. Like, the reason you failed Mr. Johnson's class, not because he's a white guy and you're black, nigga, it's because you literally don't do shit. And he doesn't like you because not because you're white or because you're black or whatever. He doesn't like you because you fucking talk the whole class and be disruptive as shit. I feel like black people are the ones that are the quickest to pull a race card. And y'all niggas make it a race thing, and it's not even that deep to the people in the situation.
That's fine. I just don't want to hear nobody crying to me afterwards complaining about like, this is unfair treatment. I'm like, no, you had this shit coming. I'm kind of glad you gone because this is some stupid shit you saying.
He's gotten away with it. So what? Wouldn't you like to do it?
And also, I don't prey on people's downfall either, but some people deserve to be deplatformed.
So?
I agree with that.
Yeah, so what? So what? Who gives a damn? Only white women. So what? I got away with it. Who cares? I don't give a fuck. Not one motherfucking bit. Will I reap again? I don't know. Some hoes like to be.
I don't know. I think sometimes black people, especially,
if you like to be R-worded, then I don't think it's R-worded. I think that's consensual. That's not the same thing. Or maybe they like to feel like that, so you could simulate it. That's a complete difference. But I don't know. We don't know what this nigga. This nigga's insane. He only ain't got an eyeball. He's missing an eye. And no, it's not the big one right there. That's not the glass eye. The one that's small right there, that's the glass eyeball. The one that y'all think is lazy, that's not a lazy eye. The shit don't work.
Do an extreme poor job of choosing people that they want to defend in terms of their behavior.
Yeah.
You know? Because then it's like, oh, he was such a good person. Motherfucker murdered 10 people. Oh, he's such a good person. Proud of admitting. Oh, what did R. Kelly do? Free R. Kelly. It's like, what? Like, they'll just defend anybody who does some of the most foul shit.
And we're not going to advocate for R. And that's the thing. We're not going to advocate. We're done the video. It was a good video. Shout out to Ab and Preach, by the way. Y'all should go check them out in your free time. Subscribe to them. I love their videos. With R. Kelly, I'm not going to sit here and advocate for him to be free. I'm just going to advocate for the people that gave him those girls and the parents also knowing damn well what the fuck was going on to be given the same treatment as him. That's about it. The only thing that I find wrong about that is how they try to single him out. But fuck it. You know. All right, let's get in this game. Let's get in this fucking game.